Hey World Division fans, this is your global original Nashtaters here, and going over another episode of World Divisions. Now we're almost there, 1 week away from the 1-year anniversary on global, and many of us are excited, and we've been waiting for this for a long time. Now the stream will be coming up on Saturday, hopefully revealing all the information we need to know going forward into next week. So what are the companies having us do on this wonderful week before we kick off the 1-year anniversary? We're gonna be killing more multi-eye, multi-tentacle creatures for fun. So are we gonna be getting some more free summons? Of course we are. Or else this would be known as Happy Wednesday. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of house cleaning before we move forward with Happy Wednesday episode. Yesterday, obviously, I was out of town, so I didn't want to do a video. So now I'm back. Although it's going to be a late video, I still feel like it's fine because end of the day, content is better than no content. Speaking of content, I actually stopped wanting to push out random content without having a purpose. And because this week and the last couple of weeks actually been very thin in terms of content because the game is really essentially preparing us for the 1-year anniversary. And I always one of the persons that felt like I didn't want to push extra content just to do so to fill in the gaps. And I want to be transparent with my viewership because the way I look at it is if there isn't a whole lot to be covering in this game, I'm not going to forcefully create more things. And if I don't feel comfortable with something, most likely I'll rather not put out a video altogether. However, that being said, going forward into the future, there's going to be a lot more stuff I'm planning for the channel. And essentially I've been saving up because of the fact that 1-year anniversary will be upon us soon. So I want to make sure that everything is in position in terms of making sure stability is there for the player base before I move forward with set content. Hopefully you guys will enjoy those when they do come up though. So today's episode we're going to be talking about essentially what's new for this week, and I'll go ahead and finish the video off with my free summons. Let's go ahead and jump into the shop because I think that's where most of the interest has shown, at least for me. The big thing is we're going to be getting Countdown Part 4, and when I look, there isn't really anything spectacular in terms of wanting to buy anything special here, right? The only thing that I saw that could be very interesting to a lot of players is the fact that you get 20 rainbow spheres and a bunch of different eggs to maximize one of your vision cards. Essentially, this is essentially a UR. Actually, it doesn't even say UR. It just says Vision Card Full Enhancing Pack for 3,000 Visitors. This could be argued against the fact that people who are looking to get a lot of rainbow spheres might contemplate this, but I still don't feel like this is worthy of spending 3,000 Visitors, at least from a personal level. If you're really desperate for vision spheres, I will personally just wait because this game is never going to be one of those games that you should be treating as a sprint, right? It's always going to be viewed as a marathon. And unless you're just hurting to needing to have a unit built for something specific, I don't really think it's worth it. So, but it is the only thing that I've seen in the shop that is actually brand new. The next thing is going to be the most important aspect of this week, and that is we actually approached 7 million downloads, believe it or not. Funny thing was, I think we reached 6 million fairly quickly within a few months when this game was released. And it almost took a year, essentially, to reach 7 million downloads. I think what's going to end up happening is when we do get some crazy collaborations, such as maybe Final Fantasy VII, we might hit a lot more downloads at that point. Hopefully that will be the case. But let's go over and see what happened here. This is pretty amazing, actually. If they're doing this for 7 million downloads, it makes me think, what are they going to do for the 1-year anniversary? This is insanity at its worst, or is it insanity at its best? No matter how you look at it, 7 fragments of thought for 7 million gold. 7 rainbow spheres for 7 million gold. And look at this, extra large ovalites, extra large experience cubes. Essentially everything that's great about this game in terms of resources is being offered to us for gold, which is by far one of the easier resources to obtain because we can farm it all the time, right? Especially on the weekends. So take this opportunity to buy 7 of literally everything. Now you should have no trouble building an MR unit, an SR unit, a normal unit. So this is a quite exciting shop, and hopefully you guys can take advantage, obviously, if you have enough gold. And if you don't, start farming. Today's water days. So Sprouts of Devouring episode 2 is upon us. If you do the initial cheap one, which will be, I think, only 6 energy, and on top of it, it is really easy because it only requires your unit to be level 10. You essentially get some freebies. And this, of course, only do it 1 time a day, and you don't get a whole lot of stuff once you do it past the first day, but something you should be doing anyways because it only costs 6 energy. So the initial rewards are here, as you can see, and you do get 50 visitors for free. And then subsequently, you'll be getting some skip tickets, which I always love skip tickets because skip tickets essentially means we save some time. Now, the interesting part is once you open up EX2, you will be given the ability to gain, look at this, a +2 version of the Emblem of Devouring. Now, a lot of folks have already voiced their opinion that the recipes are super rare, right? They're super rare to get. But I already mentioned that personally, I don't think you really need to get a +5 version of this. Simply put, unless you're a beginning player and you're just starting the game, there are much better items out there that give you, well, accuracy. Personally, I'm going with perhaps a defensive one, and I want to use it simply for the 25 resistance to paralysis and the fact that it does give you a good amount of defense, and the vital also gives you a good amount of HP. So at least that's what I'll be doing for them. My raid progress ended up being at about 235,000. Unfortunately, my goal was actually 252,000, but because I'll be ranked somewhere around 1,000 to 5,000, I will get essentially 5,000 free medals when the calculation is finished. So essentially, I should have only needed 247,000 because what that means is I can get the recipes for all 3 objects being offered to me in the mog shop, and I can go ahead and buy 63 recipes for all of them. Unfortunately, that did not happen, so I will unfortunately not be able to get 63 recipes for Defense Bracer, but I will be able to finish Elf Cloak. As you can see, I need 31 there, and of course I should be able to finish the Alexandrite ring at whatever number of recipes I need. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Maybe I'll go ahead and maybe buy some of these other things instead of dumping the rest into the Defense Bracer. Because when the Defense Bracer comes around again and I'm not really enjoying the other 2 being offered, maybe I can finish it at that point. So this is going to be a short video because, well, there's not a whole lot to talk about. And I think I've gone over everything I need to talk about with the exception of the summoning banners. There are going to be a few things that's new introduced to us. One of them is going to be the 7 million downloads daily, in which case you can actually try to get a vision card if you wanted to. Every single day you do a step up, 1,000, 2,000, and 2,000. But on the 3rd step, you're guaranteed a UR vision card. I think this is really good for beginning players. However, since this is still essentially gambling and you're not guaranteed anything in the first 2 steps, maybe it's not really worth it. Personally, I would just recommend no matter where you are in terms of progression in the game, go ahead and just wait to see what they're offering us in the 1-year anniversary. Clairvoyant Astrologer, of course, has the 5-step for 10,000 visitors. You are guaranteed at the very end of step 5. And if you're really looking for this card, I hope you do summon for it and have a good time with it. We're also going back to the ability to get the 2-step guaranteed Esper/Vision card combination, and of course you get the 100 shard selector ticket for any vision card of your choice. I think this is pretty much the best deal in the entire game. Every time they offer it, generally speaking, I like to jump in on it. However, recently I haven't really had the urge to really finish off any vision cards, so I'm gonna still wait till the 1-year anniversary, and actually hopefully they will give us some packs at a discount price if I feel like I want to spend some cash. Now the 7 million download celebration, we're giving the 25 UR vision card shards guaranteed 10x summon, so therefore every single slot you'll get 25 UR vision card. And the next one is going to be 50 UR shards guaranteed 10x summon in each slot for 2,000 pay gems. I think the best deal we ever gotten was 100 UR shards. So I'm guessing the 1 year anniversary we probably get the 100. So personally, I would suggest waiting. But it's one of those situations if they don't offer anything better, you could be missing out. But the way I look at it is 1 year only comes around, well, once a year. So I think it's going to be without a doubt they will be giving us something perhaps better than the 7 million download. So all in a nutshell, that's everything for today. Since you guys did make this far, let's go ahead and reward you again with my free 10x summons. I keep saying that I'm only needing Sakura, and I am, but if I don't get her, I'm okay with it because she's really good. Like last night I lost in a guild war. I just got smoked by this team. And they had a good healer in Little Leela, and they had, I think, Sakura, and I didn't even kill one unit. And it is what it is. Sometimes you just, certain teams you just lose to, you know. Maybe I'll make some adjustments for today's guild war, but a lot of times though it's gambling, you know. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. Certain teams you just can't beat, and other teams you can. We do have a possibility of getting a new unit here, but like I said, I'm only missing Sakura, so the chance of that happening, it's almost non-existent. Okay, here we go. And nothing. Alright, that's all the time for this video. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you to take the time and the opportunity to enjoy my content. And as always, take care of yourself and all your loved ones. Nashtaters out of here. Have a great day.